Hey guys, what's happening? Dane Smith, Corrective Training here. Another session of Courtyard Mobility. Today we are going to be talking about shoulder stabilization without the use of any equipment. Guys, now in the lockdown period, obviously we don't have access to the gyms, so we can't use free weights, bands, or any type of other equipment that we would normally use. Alright, we're just having to make do with what we have. If you had the chance to take some equipment from the gym, you could still probably get away with doing some more advanced exercises, but for most of us, we just have to use our body weight and what we have at home. Okay, so guys, we're gonna now be talking about why do we need shoulder stability. All right, the shoulder is naturally an unstable joint. Okay, ball and socket joint, head of the arm or head of the top part of the arm inserting into the shoulder, which is almost like we call it the glenoid fossa. All right, inserting in there, and there's actually quite a lot of room for movement in there. So if we are unstable in that shoulder, it could lead to further compensations, problems, and all resulting in pain and discomfort. So naturally the shoulder should be quite a stable joint with the adequate amount of mobility in it as well. All right, so today we are just going to be going through some exercises just to focus on a little bit of shoulder stability, in which you don't need any equipment. Okay, you can just kind of get them done any time of the day, lying flat on the floor, on your bed, wherever, so that you can still get that activation and keeping that shoulder stability and strength in that. All right, so we're going to go through a couple exercises. Like I said, we're going to start off with basic T's, Y's, and W's. All right, I will be showing you the advanced version. All right, so once you become quite proficient at T's, Y's, W's, or W's, you could also kind of call them A's. All right, you will be moving on to a shoulder swimmer. All right, second exercise we'll be going through a shoulder tap, followed by knee taps as a more advanced variation, and then lastly we'll be going through our push-up pluses, followed by a single arm rotation / plus. Okay, so guys, let's get into it. First up, we're going to go through the T's, Y's, and W's. So what I need, you'll be lying nice and flat. Okay, head planted down, hands just at your sides. So first up, we'll do our T variation. We are looking just to squeeze these shoulders down. Okay, so don't let them be cramped up. All right, nice, good posture. Pull your shoulder blades, think of pulling them down into your pockets, relaxing the head down. From here, I like to go with my thumbs upwards. Okay, we get a little bit of external rotation into the shoulder, tightens that joint up, and just kind of decreases the ability or the, how can we say, opportunity for there to be any excessive movement in that joint. Okay, so I externally rotate, and from here, with my shoulders down, I'm just looking just to lift these arms up. Okay, so pull down and lift. From there, we're going to go into a Y. So I'm looking to bring my hands out just in front of me, not together, about yay so. I pull my shoulders down and I lift up. Okay, shoulders down, lift up. All right, last one. I'm going to take my hands, pop them about to my side, head down, and I'm looking just to lift up. I keep my arms straight throughout all of these exercises, elbows nicely locked. So one more time on that W, there. So again, we have T's, Y's, W's. Okay, so those are the basics. Now we're going to go through a shoulder swimmer. I have posted this before on a Courtyard Mobility, but we're going to go through it again. It's a brilliant exercise for keeping those shoulders and back muscles working together nicely. So first up, we take our hands, we pop them on our backs. From here, I lift, I extend my arms out, I rotate, turn those thumbs, bring it together, and reverse. And down. Okay, so that's our shoulder swimmer. And before that, T's, Y's, and W's. Next up, we're going to be going to a shoulder tap variation followed by knee taps. Okay, so first up, I get into this position. You can start with your knees down and we're just looking to touch. Okay, followed by touch, touch, touch. Okay, next up, let's get into a full push-up position. Okay, from here, touch, 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 touch. Now, the knee taps, a little bit more advanced. From here, I am looking to touch, 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 touch. Okay, so with the normal shoulder taps, we're keeping that in that horizontally, the line of force horizontally. When we get into that knee tap, we're placing a little bit more overhead stability in there. Okay, if you're an overhead athlete, brilliant way just to keep that position working and kind of familiar to the brain. Last one, what we're going to be doing, working a push-up plus variation. Okay, very good for serratus anterior. We know that serratus anterior works by helping upwardly rotate that scapula. Okay, so often when it's kind of becomes inhibited, it causes all sorts of compensations which can really mess up your shoulder mechanics. So push-up plus variation, I like to start with my knees down. From here, I sink my shoulder blades together and push all the way out. And drop them in and out, in and out. I can go into a full push-up position again. Nice tight tummy. In, press, in, press, in, press, in, press, hold, and down. Okay, so basic push-up plus. Now we are going to go into a single arm rotation slash single arm plus. All right, so I'll do it on both sides. I'll start with my right. From here, I'm just looking just to drop inward and rotate out. Drop in and rotate. Drop in and rotate. Really, really tough on the midline as well. Great exercise. Stability of the shoulder and some midline work. I'm going to do it on my left quick. Okay, so from here, I can put my hand up my side or just rotate and push. Rotate and push. When I'm pushing out, I'm really looking to push my shoulder blade into the floor, trying to get it as far out as possible. And on that rotating in, looking to rotate slightly towards and push away. In, push away. Okay. So guys, what I recommend for each of these exercises, try and start with the basics first and slowly progress to the more advanced exercises. Okay. Now in lockdown, a lot of us have been following kind of body weight workouts, high volume. The joints might be a little bit kind of fatigued. Okay. So take time just to do these exercises, just to regain some stability and some shoulder, the right type of shoulder mechanics back into the shoulders. Okay, so if you've been doing a lot of overhead work, a lot of push-ups, etc., it's a great way just to help balance back the kind of forces that are going through our bodies. All right, start with the basics, move to the more advanced exercises. Great way to keep our shoulders nice and healthy and happy, so that when we get back into the gym and we start doing the heavier weights again, there's not going to be any compensation patterns that you've picked up now during lockdown. All right, so there you guys, we have shoulder stabilization, okay, without the use of any equipment. 3 great bodyweight exercises with some advanced kind of versions as well. That's it for another week of Courtyard Mobility. We'll be back next week for some new topics, some new different videos, all addressing the same thing, helping to recover and helping to keep our bodies nice and healthy in this lockdown period. Have a great weekend, everyone. Cheers.